Making my first ever video game. Part 3. First off, I want to announce that Ben's sprites have been reworked completely, and he is now given a whole new gradient. Look how fast he moves, look how cool he looks, it's awesome. Secondly, I have finished all of the artifacts. There are 46 in total, and you collect 23 in each part of the maze, west and then east. Third, we have decided to scrap the idea of Ben doing random emotes whenever he finds an artifact. This will be replaced with a custom-made dance. This goes into my next point. Dance sprites you saw in the first part will be revised and turned into idle animations. They have a random chance of appearing alongside a couple of others that I thought about. Finally, I have also started designing the soundtrack for the West Maze, which is a section that the player will start off in the beginning of the game. I'll even give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Still a lot of improvement to be done, but we're getting there. It's actually almost finished. One last thing. My partners and I have decided that we will start releasing full-form videos on our channel to further declare our progress and to promote our video game to larger audiences. We will be releasing a short animation on the 8th, and we'll also be releasing our West Maze soundtrack on the 10th. So stay tuned and check out the channel on the 8th. That's all for this progress check, so see you guys in part 4. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Making my first ever video game, part 4. First of all, the animation that was published on the 8th did give away the theme of the West Maze. This is where the player starts off in the game, as I said in part 3, and this is also known as the Sun Maze. There will be vines hanging from the ceiling, there will also be some cracks in the bricks, and there is a rare chance for you to come across some sunlight. Yes, this was made before the soundtrack, just so I had an idea what I was making while I was composing the music. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to the last person who commented on the YouTube video. Now, going to be adding faces to the game. We are adding dialogue boxes into the game, and that will be the only time we see Ben's face. Ben interacts with 2 other people in the game, but I don't need to reveal that just yet. And thirdly, we are now adding platforms to the game and beginning to code the game itself. This way, I'll be able to showcase a lot more features for the game and speed up the actual progress of completing a runner's rage. Lastly, before I reveal some dates at the end, thank you all so much for the latest support that I've had on this channel. None of this heavy progress and speed would be possible without you guys there. The next progress check will probably be in a week or so, but in the meantime, I'll be posting some animations and music videos featuring Ben on the channel. This will be for the purpose of spreading his influence throughout the internet. Feel free to leave a suggestion on what I should animate him in, because I can pretty much animate him into anything. Well, not anything. Once again, thanks for all the huge support in the last week, and I'll see y'all in part 5. Making my first ever video game, part 5. Guys, we have finally done it. Ben has come to life after 5 progress checks. This is so amazing. Okay, so first of all, the elephant in the room, Ben has officially been programmed into the game. We have made him move, jump, and attack. You can only attack when you're jumping, and when you do, his animation exerts a strong axe kick. You have to press space to jump and then press space again to kick, killing any enemies in one hit. You can also use this on glowing blue incoming projectiles, which is known as a parry in this game. Second of all, we have programmed the primary function of this game, which is pretty much just praying and running throughout the maze. In a runner's rage, your main focus is to run around, collect artifacts, and unlock more parts of the maze and escape to fight the final boss of the game. I made a few functions and coding variables to make this endless game style come to life. And you may be wondering, isn't this just the same room over and over and over again? Yes, it is. While the rooms only have randomized backdrops for now, later they will have platforms, enemies, traps, and a bunch more features that I just cannot wait to tell you later. This will ultimately make Ben's journeys to other rooms a lot more enjoyable and fun for you guys to play. Before I send it off, as usual, people did ask me in the last video if I was going to have playtesters for this game. And I do want to confirm that there are going to be a lot of playtesters to help me make this game. Some of them will be super close friends of mine, but I also need a lot of other playtesters so they can test out the demo of the game and the real game so they can give me any feedback and also let me know if there are any bugs that need to be fixed. That is where you guys come in. I will be giving away follower roles when we reach our social media goal. That is 200 followers on TikTok and 100 subscribers on YouTube. 15 roles will be given away on December 1st if we reach that goal. However, if we somehow manage to get double the amounts of our goal, I'll give away 30 instead. Our next progress check will be released this weekend, so until that happens, stay tuned, stay happy, make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated, and see y'all in part 6. Making my first ever video game, part 6. To start it off, ever since the 5th part, we have made some minor changes to the map. I have finished all of the backgrounds for the sun maze, and I added a transition effect for when the player switches rooms. Secondly, I figured out how to make the platforms generate in a random pattern instead of it just being the same template over and over and over again. I didn't want the platforms to just be in the same form for the entire maze, because that would be pretty boring after a while. So I made this random generation function to make the game a little bit more interesting and unique to play around. And I have also made the entrance to the game, which is the cave that the player starts off in order to learn the controls needed to play the game. I know that I did mention in the last video that we would be adding traps and enemies to the game, and while I still do have some designs sketched out, I probably won't be talking about them until part 8, just to make sure we're not revealing too much before the demo. Also, before I tell you guys the plan for the next part, thank you all so much for 100 followers on TikTok. This is such a crazy milestone, and I'm just so thankful for how far we've gotten in this past month. For our 100 follower special, we are going to be releasing a short Q&A on our channel on November 30th, where you can ask me or Ben anything regarding his life, my life, the game, or what I'm planning on doing next. We will be doing more of these as more characters are introduced, and that will happen as we approach the later parts of this series. Feel free to drop down in the comments and ask any questions. You can ask to a maximum of 3. And please don't type anything inappropriate. I don't want to be taking care of that. Next progress check will probably be around Friday, and it will be a juicy one. So until then, stay tuned and stay happy. Thank you all so much for 100 followers once again, and I'll see y'all in part 7. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated. Making my first ever video game, part 7. I forgot to talk about this on my last progress check, but we are now looking at the idle animations we're going to assign Ben. When Ben is standing still for a couple of minutes, he will occasionally do a series of animations. This includes juggling a soccer ball, talking on the phone, or whatever the hell this is. There will be several others appearing, so feel free to leave some suggestions down below. I've also started on the main menu of the game. In the main menu, so far you can save progress, change settings, look at achievements, and look at the credits. This achievements feature was actually recommended by one of the comments on the earlier parts, and this is how it will work. You perform certain tasks in the game, and you're given a skin for Ben based off of the difficulty. This feature will take a while, so I won't be talking more about it until late December. So make sure you're ready for that when that time comes. The next progress checks will be talking about the traps that are going to be introduced in A Runner's Rage. Feel free to drop down any recommendations in the comments below, because I'll try to include as many as I can. The first soundtrack of the main menu theme will be released next Tuesday. I'm also deciding to push back the release of this Q&A to next Friday, just to make sure we have more questions coming in and it will be a lot more action-packed when the video comes out. So if you haven't asked any questions yet, comment them so you can get a shout out in the next video. The next progress check will be released next Wednesday, so until that happens, stay tuned and stay happy. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay updated and share to all of your friends so they know what they're getting themselves into. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in part 8.